Number 6. Yawning is contagious. If you didn't know, you can read about it, write about it, think about it, or especially see other people do it. And you're probably going to yawn yourself. So what's with all this contagious yawning? Researchers decided to start small to figure it out. Specifically, they looked at babies between 6 and 34 months old and their daily life. That, of course, was recorded by their moms because dads suck. And the 8 babies and moms found that most babies yawned in after morning or noon naps. And contagious yawning did not happen. That's pretty weird. And then, 22 infants and toddlers were observed watching their moms and other adult strangers yawn. This was to test contagious yawning. If they saw their moms or other adults yawning, surely they should. Of the 22 children tested, 16 did not yawn once. 2 of the remaining yawned once during the presentation, and the other 4 yawned post-presentation. This sheds some light on mechanism behind contagious yawning. But this has some problems before we get into it. Only 30 people were analyzed. That's small. Would you let 30 babies represent all of the babies in the world? Also, what if a parent just missed a yawn? And recognizing emotions in others is still under development at this age. But that last statement might mean that contagious yawning has something to do with recognizing emotions in others, or empathy. So, to further this point, autistic, schizophrenic, and other people with disorders of the mind, especially pertaining to social disorders, they were less likely to contagious yawn at any age. This again hints to social empathetic parts of yawning. Even more interestingly, in scans of the brain, the empathy and social areas of the brain light up or show activity when contagious yawning. Even the parts of your brain that have to do with copying others light up in this situation. Additionally, most times you contagious yawn, or people contagious yawn you, it's because you, too, have a social bond, as was seen in the strong correlation between the two. Basically, the closer y'all are, the more likely you two will contagious yawn. And this was evident in a 480 yawn analysis, where a contagious yawn was considered to be contagious if it was within 3 minutes of another. This created figures like 25% of the time you see a close family member yawn, you probably will do so contagiously. So the way they actually figured this out is they got an entire office, okay? An entire office, and they would just study them. They would record them and see how the yawning played out. And of course, they found the figures that I just stated. Number 5. Yawning also relieves ear pressure. When you go up a big mountain, you might feel that terrible pressure in your ear, called ear barotrauma. Baro as in atmosphere, trauma as in pain. Anyways, this is also called ear clog, just general feelings of badness and pressure in your ears. And you might know that yawning relieves this problem. And this happens because it actually opens up a tube in your ear called the eustachian tube. And that can help regulate pressure in the middle ear. It's something you can't really see. Basically, it opens up a pipe in your ear to relieve some pressure. And that sounds really painful, but it actually relieves pain, like I just said. And this might seem like a primary reason behind yawning, as this relieves discomfort. But to some degree, swallowing can do the exact same thing. So it seems like another secondary effect. Number 4. So this one's a lot less supported, and it doesn't really even have a whole lot of evidence. It's all incredibly anecdotal. So, people think that when you yawn, it's just a way to mark changing emotional states. Many people about to jump off of a plane will yawn, and performers about to perform will yawn. My dad even says when he was running, when he was a runner, he would always yawn on the starting line, and he always thought he was sleepy. But again, this hasn't actually been well documented, and it's not something that's been explained very well. It might just be another secondary effect or some sort of weird social marker. Well, anyways, life is an experiment, and you are the scientist. Thanks for watching. Bye. Check out some of my other videos and click that sexy picture of me to subscribe. Click that picture of my friend Matthew to check out his channel. And lastly, click that rectangle to see the rest of the playlist.